Hey girl, hey boy, in the spirit of not being perfect and imperfection and going with and flowing with where we are right now, this is sort of an impromptu, non-formal video. Not that I think most of my videos are pretty informal, I think. But anyway, I'm in the middle of doing some other stuff. So I said, how about multitask? And I said, you know what? It has been a while. It is 2021. It has been a while since I talked about length retention and how to grow hair and all that other stuff. And I assume that, if people are interested, they'll be able to see it on the channel. But I think some of the videos are buried back in the archives. Like some of them I can't even find. You tell me, especially on a handheld device. That's just not happening. So without further ado, I've already rejudged my hair, and what's funny is it needs to be washed. But I went in and I just, I've been wearing it in these two ponytails. Actually, I go between these two ponytails and one. Like, I'll take the ouchless barrettes off and I'll pull them both back so that I have like one ponytail. I'm not taking the braids down or anything like that. This is my, I would say, protective style. Although my ends are not tucked, I really keep it moisturized and all that. But we can get into that in another video if you like. But I was tying it down. But I felt like with everything being sort of at a semi-standstill, and I'm one of those people who don't wear my hair in public right now because I want to make sure I stay as safe as possible. I don't know if it's a thing or not. But what I do know is I decided just on my own to cover up. And so that said, I don't wear my hair out, and I've been having an opportunity to just continuously protect the style and leave my hair alone. And I'm like, this is really a good time for people to, I'm just brushing my eyebrow. This is a good time for other people to maybe, while we're being a little more still than normal, perhaps focus on their hair needs. So without further ado, I want to give you some tips on how to retain length. Not how to grow hair. This particular video is about retaining the length that you already have and keeping the growth that you obtain. Okay, a lot of times people forget that, and more and more when you think that, I've had this channel for a long time, and when you think that people know, you realize that there are new people who are going natural, or new people who are just now taking an interest in their hair, even if it's relaxed. So I'm like, you know what, let me come in and shed some light, put some reminders out there for folk, and before I get started, I did a video on a DIY on how to make these. That video is coming up after this one. So keep your eyes peeled. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and set your notifications so that you will be alerted, among the first to know when the video drops, okay? I love these things, and honestly, I could string them all the way up my hair. But I just love that's just everything to me. But anyway. Just wanted to tell you that because I promised to make a video about it before. I think it was before Christmas, and I didn't even get a chance to edit it yet and all that. So I'm going to be sure to drop it next. But I wanted to also let you see what it looked like beforehand, because I know I didn't do that in the video. All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to put my glasses on to make sure I keep everything. Okay, so to retain your length, and that is keeping the hair that you already have, or the hair that grows out of your scalp, one thing you want to do is you want clean, healthy, clipped ends. Do not hold on to raggedy ends just for the sake of length, because what happens is the ends are ragged, split or whatnot, and it'll just split all the way up the hair shaft. It makes it hard to style. It makes it hard to manage, makes your hair hard to manage. It is a nightmare. You will be surprised at how easy, after you clip the ends, how much easier it is to manage your hair compared to when the ends are just hanging on. I know one time, this was years ago, I didn't even realize, wasn't even paying attention. I'm like, what is going on with my hair? What happened? What changed? I don't know what's going on. My ends. It was something as simple as my ends, but my hair was not holding the style. It just was not acting right. So clip the ends and let those go, okay? The next one, Keep your scalp clean and nourished. Now, a lot of people like to wash their hair every week. I am not that girl, never have been. I don't do that. Sometimes I go longer than what most people would say is acceptable between washing my hair, and I've always been that way. However, my scalp is always clean because I think I have some videos and some blog posts about how I go about cleansing my scalp between washes. Real simple thing to do is very similar to if you have braids, when you're wearing like braids for like 1 or 2 months and you cleaning the scalp. I created just something quick for my scalp, an elixir, or you can get something, I was gonna say over the counter, you can get something from the beauty supply store. Clean your scalp, keep it clean, keep it nourished. You want to put nourishing ingredients. Not every oil belongs on your scalp. Several types of oils will cause an itchy scalp, but the oil that I will put on my scalp is for sure castor oil. For sure. I like the organic castor oil. I've never used the black castor oil, just use plain old organic castor oil on my scalp. It is antifungal, antimicrobial, antibacterial, and it's good for skin. Okay. And then I also, if you want to buy like a product, I use the Melanin Hair Care. I think it's a 4-in-1 oil because you can use that on your skin too. I like that as well. No itchy scalp whatsoever, and it's a very light. A little bit goes a long way if you're going to go that route. Number 3, moisture, 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 and hydration. Moisturize your hair. Pay attention to the ends. And I am from the old school YouTube natural hair. We be like, oh, make sure you pay attention to those ends, but don't stop there. Your hair it grows from the scalp. So you want to make sure that it's moisturized from root to tip. You might have to do a little extra on the ends because they're older and they're always in contact and being most manipulated. But moisturize your hair and hydrate your hair. Make sure you're doing that. I have videos out there on how to do it, but if you want me to do another video, like an up-to-date video, let me know. I might do that anyway because it might be hard to find my old videos. But give this video a thumbs up if you want an up-to-date video on hydration and the things that I use to hydrate and moisturize my hair. Number 4, and this has been my thing since day one, limit the use of combs and brushes. Okay, finger detangle, finger manipulate as often as you possibly can. I limit my use of combs and brushes to 5 to 10% of the time. And typically it is when my hair has conditioner, like maybe even a leave-in and some water in it. That is the only time I will put a styling tool near my hair. Other than that, I am finger detangling. The other time, I shouldn't say that's the only time, but the main time is when I am washing, conditioning my hair and it is soaked and wet. And the water and the gravity of the water and the way the water is breaking the hair down is allowing the hair to be more pliable. How many times to this day, and again, I act so surprised, but I thought everybody kind of already knew because I've been living on YouTube since 2012, 13. And I thought that everybody had already seen every video there is to see and they know. And then you got the internet, you got all these details. So I thought people knew. And I'm like, people still need the help. So, you know, and a lot of folks, even in my family, like, oh yeah, can you comb through your hair? I'm like, there's nothing to prove to be able to comb through my hair. No, I'm not combing through my hair. No, that's not necessary. I didn't get this lens combing through my hair. And you should stop combing through your hair as well. But I think so many people are so accustomed to feeling the teeth of a comb on their hair and then trying to glide it through. No, no, no. And then gliding it through dry hair that is not wet and watered down. Like at the very least, wet it and throw some conditioner in there. That's all I'm saying. But that is what has kept my hair. Like everything I'm telling you is what's helped my hair retain length. And when I wasn't doing those things, I didn't retain the length, okay? Drink plenty of water. So you're hydrating on the outside, but you want to hydrate on the inside. Drink plenty of water. The baseline, and really it should be more dependent on your size, but the baseline is at least 8 ounce cups of water a day. Another acceptable alternative is herbal tea, not no sugar, without sugar. Like, I prefer my teas without sugar. I just don't like sweet drinks unless I'm chasing chasing it with a nice cocktail or something. But no sugar, herbal tea, and preferably no caffeine. That's just a side note. It has nothing to do with, the hair thing. I'm just saying, for health's sake, just no caffeine, but herbal. And coconut water. Coconut water is very hydrating, but nothing takes the place of regular water. But coconut water is probably more hydrating than regular water, but your body is made of water. So but still, if you have to reach for something else, it's okay. The herbal tea, herbal teas is water, I think, because it's just herbs. And I was told that back in the 80s and the 90s when I was trying to lose weight and all that. Aloe vera juice, that's another one. Very hydrating, nice pH factor. You can use that on the hair and in the body. So your water, coconut water, herbal tea, aloe vera juice. Keep hydrated and just keep that your insides healthy and strong. Because what happens is, and let's not get on the whole eating nutritiously, okay? But what happens is your body takes whatever you put in it that's nutritious. Your body's going to take that first. And the last thing that gets any of that would be your hair, skin, and nails. Okay, so if you are lacking in nutrition, it's going to show. Your body is going to tell you, hey, I need more. And it's going to tell you through how your nails, your skin, and your hair looks. No lie. No word of a lie. Protective styles or low manipulation styles. I prefer protective styles. That's what got me where I am. But if you're somebody who just don't like to put your hair up and you like to wear it out, then if you want to do a wash and go or something, like when I do a wash and go, I'm not manipulating anything for close to 2 weeks. Like, close to 2 weeks. My wash and goes have to last at least 10 days. That's just the rule that I have. And there was a point where I wouldn't stop until I found the products that I needed in order to accomplish that. After I got kind of spoiled, it's like at least 10 days, no less. 2 weeks preferably. I mean, I want it all. I want the world. But protective styles keeps your hands out of your hair. And then another one, stretched hairstyles. Protective styles keeps your ends tucked, hands out of your hair. Your hair is just sitting there doing what it's supposed to do while you're also keeping it moisturized, hydrated, and nourished. A protective style could be the hair wraps, kufis, wigs with your hair nice and moisturized and tended to while underneath. I know somebody who had braids for like a month and a half, and I was looking at her. I was just happened to be talking to her. We weren't really like, talking about hair, but I couldn't help myself. I'm like, I don't know if I'm stepping over the line or not, but I was like, well, are you doing anything to your hair while it's in these braids? And she was like, nope. And I'm like, you could see it. I could see it. And I'm like, oh my goodness. If she takes the braids out, her hair could come out. How many stories have you heard? How many of you experienced that same thing? Hair coming out, and you've had it in a protective style, and you swear it's the braids. Is it? Is it the braids, or was it the fact that you weren't tending to it while it was put up? That's really important. You can't just leave it go. It's really important. Okay, so but if you want to do low manipulation styles, make sure that is what it is. And I don't wash my hair every week. That is completely up to you, because some people's scalps start to itching after 4 or 5 days. I completely understand. That's just not something that I do. And then another tip, keep your hair strengthened. When you need a deep conditioner, deep condition. I like to deep condition after every wash, but I'm not washing my hair every week or every 5 days. Want to make sure not to over condition and all that. But I like to deep condition. My hair will tell me what it needs. Like right now, it needs some henna. Right now, it needs a clay mask on it. Okay, so just to detoxify and again strengthen. So I know that's what it needs, or and I feel like it might need a protein. It might need a little protein. So these are just ideas, and I hope this is practical enough. I wanted to give practical tips for the beginner or somebody who may have forgotten, who is not really into like a high maintenance routine. I just wanted to put it out there. Okay. And if you have questions, as always, let me know, and I will talk to you in the next video. Until then, live simply and be kind.